Welcome to the 2024 Disney California Adventure Food and Wine Festival. My name is Sunny and it is my pleasure to be hosting you here at the beautiful Hollywood backlot stage. And actually this is our last culinary demonstration of the season, so we are so happy to have you with us because we're going to take a sneak peek at behind the menu magic. Also, there's only a couple days left of the Food and Wine Festival, so be sure to check us out at disneyland.com/foodandwine. Now before we begin, let me tell you a little bit about our special guests. Paul Cow didn't set out to become a chef. Actually, in 2001, he was a UCLA graduate with a degree in business economics. Paul soon enrolled in culinary school at the Art Institute of California and worked his way up at a local fine dining restaurant. At Stonehill Tavern in Dana Point, Paul became the executive sous chef and soon launched his own food truck, The Burnt Truck. Next, he opened Burnt Crumbs, a fast casual eatery offering winsome craft sandwiches, which has been spotlighted on Food Network and Travel Channel shows. Accompanying Paul today, we have Min Pham, who started the Burnt Group with Paul 13 years ago. They currently operate the Burnt Truck, Dogzilla, and Burnt Crumbs in Irvine in thriving partnership. So without further ado, please welcome to the stage Paul Cow and Min Pham. Hey, what's up, Paul? Welcome back. So happy to have you here. And we brought a friend. Hey, Dave. Nice to see you too. We got some Irvine locals up in here. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're very welcome.
Who's excited? all right. So, what will we be making today?
So today we're gonna do a little play off of like the famous chicken and waffles. We're known for our Japanese souffle pancakes, super fluffy. So we're trying to come up with a savory dish and trying to figure out what we can do. And we figured that why not pair it with Japanese karaage, fried chicken karaage. So we're gonna up it a little bit and we're gonna make it like Nashville hot style, make it really spicy, but then we're gonna cool it off with the sweetness from the maple syrup on our souffle pancakes.
Yum. Has anyone had a Japanese karaage fried chicken or Japanese souffle? Awesome. Okay, well let's marry them together. Let's get started.
Awesome. So first thing we gotta do is our split pancakes is the one thing that everybody asks us how to do, and everybody thinks it's super easy to do, and they should make it at home. And I'm gonna give you guys a few tips today and all the recipes you guys find on Google, YouTube, all wrong. They're all wrong. They're all wrong.
Noted.
So if we start with 4 egg whites and about a quarter cup of sugar and just a smidgen of cream of tartar, and that helps to stabilize the egg whites a little bit when you're whipping them up. And then here's the biggest part, which is we want to whip them up to almost near firm peaks, but not all the way. And I don't know how to explain it to a lot of people. It's almost like a look, and it's that whole saying about 10,000 hours or something about doing something.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I probably made souffle pancakes over. I try to count them. I think in the last 3 years I've made over like 250,000 of them or something.
So you're definitely a master
You kind of get used to it, seeing them and stuff. So our team's made a ton of them. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna whip out the egg whites right here. We're gonna let it go. It's probably gonna take about 4 minutes or so.
Gotcha.
In the meantime, I'm gonna do the other part of the batter, which is what everybody's kind of known for. So I mean, what everybody thinks pancake batter is. We're gonna start with, we take the yolks from our egg whites. We're gonna mix them in here with a little bit of milk, a splash of vanilla, and this is the key ingredient for all Japanese pancakes. You have to use Japanese flour. There's a huge difference between Japanese cake flour and American cake flour. It's the way the grain is made. The grains in Japan are much different, and they're also softer and lighter, and they mill it much finer than our flour over here. So the gluten content's a little bit lower.
So but you can find flour. Oh, you're gonna say where?
Yeah, you can find this at some of the local Japanese market. You'll see under like Japanese cake flour, where it's called Haku-rikiku flour. I'm not Japanese, but excuse me. But yeah, it's if you guys ever get the chance to look at it, it's much lighter than American flour.
This is so exciting.
So while that's whisking up, I'm gonna go ahead and whisk this together to combine. It doesn't look like much, but you want to keep it kind of light. I mean, you don't want to get it all the lumps out, just like we do American pancakes.
Yeah.
And our secret is, after we mix it like this, can everybody see this?
Yeah.
It's a little lumpy still, but what we like to do is we actually like to rest our pancake batter. So that it's better to like rest it for like 12 hours, but in a restaurant we kind of do for anywhere between 12 and 36 hours. So we'll mix this the day before. Let's say it's, you know, Saturday brunch. We'll mix it the day before. Something happens. I don't know the actual science behind it, but something happens with the flour granules, and they absorb the liquid, and they somehow make way better pancakes when we do it later. So
Got it. It's like resting the batter for cookie dough, right?
Exactly.
Just letting all the flavors marry each other.
Exactly. And so we'll whisk this up. We'll normally leave it to the side. Power of Disney. We got some that's made yesterday right here.
Hey.
So we'll wait for these to kind of be
We're looking
egg
for
whites
stiff
to-
peaks, right?
Exactly.
Perfect.
And
Do we have any Irvine locals out here? Hey. Perfect. So we're all gonna take a trip to the breadcrumb later.
Yes.
Well, not today. You guys are closed right now, clearly.
All right. And so once this gets up to, like I said, I call it medium well peaks. They're all the way. If you can kind of see them kind of breaking apart, like, because there's a lot of meringue dishes out there that you just whip them up and there's actually a little bit more give. But for these, you kind of want to go a little bit under super firm. If you're gonna go less firm or super firm, you want to go a little bit less.
Got it.
Let me see. So I'm here and I'm
Hey
pretty
man, how you
close.
doing over there?
Good.
He's like, this is
hanging
the
out.
easiest job I've ever done. I'm gonna stand here and look pretty. Yes. Okay,
So it gets to like this. I don't know what you guys call this, but it's firm. It holds its shape, and we'll take this out.
I would say those are about medium peaks, right, chef?
Yeah.
Any chefs out there? Would you say those are like medium peaks?
And so we'll combine it. So I like to just save time cleaning up, and I'll mix it right in the bowl right here. A lot of recipes out there would say take a third of this, mix it. And don't waste your time. You can literally just pour it right in.
Efficiency.
And then the trick is actually the folding part. And this is where the 10,000 hours of making these pancakes really pays off. So I kind of like to scoop it from the bottom up, so I'm not deflating it.
Right, you don't want to get rid of all
but
the
I'm
air.
constantly turning the bowl.
Gotcha.
It's a little weird technique that, I don't know, we kind of came up with, but
Are we looking for a more homogeneous color, or do you still want to see some streaks in there?
no, I'm trying to get rid of all the streaks.
All the streaks, okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
So once it gets all the streaks out, it's still fluffy, it didn't deflate at all, and I think we're there.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're good right there. Yeah.
Master chef over here.
There you go.
250,000 of these?
Close, pretty close.
You basically are a PhD in pancakes.
So from here, we'll go here. I'll get a glove on so we can start putting these on the griddle. After we get these on the griddle, we'll show you how to make karaage chicken.
Amazing. All right, hey man, will you tell us a little bit more about the restaurant?
Yeah, so Burnt Crumbs, we're located in Irvine. We're right next to the Irvine Spectrum. We're open daily at 8:30 to 3 p.m. every day. So you can come find us. Of course, we have brunch items there as well. The souffle pancakes are definitely the most popular item on the menu, but for me, I like the carne asada burrito. That's my go-to item in the morning.
That's classic.
And then, of course, we have lunch as well. And so we're known for a few different viral items. The spaghetti grilled cheese is
I was
probably...
just going to ask you about that one.
Yeah. So actually, there's a funny story behind it. And
Okay.
so when we're opening the restaurant, we were just trying to figure out different sandwiches to make. So we do rotate the sandwiches weekly. Usually 1 or 2 different sandwiches will come on and off. So the spaghetti grilled cheese actually started off as a joke. So we
No
were
way.
we were just at Paul's house. We didn't know anything about it, and Paul just kind of said one day that he likes to eat his leftover spaghettis in sandwich form. And I'm like, I've never heard of that before at all. So we're like, all right, let's just throw it, we'll just make a fun sandwich that we can kind of play around with. And then it went viral.
Right.
And then so we couldn't take it off the menu.
You're like, darn it, this is a joke.
Everyone kind of comes in for that item, but the cool thing about it is once we put it out there, we had people from all over that said they do it at home too.
Oh, no way.
So that is a really cool thing
That's
to kind of find out.
Is it like a standard like spaghetti and like meat sauce recipe, or do you like shush it up? With
Yeah,
these
so there's
things?
actually a trick behind that one too. So we've had a lot of people that said they try to make it at home and it doesn't turn out correctly, right? So for us, Paul and I, we're very open with our recipes, right? So literally, if you come in and find us at the store and you're like, hey, how do you make this? We'll give you the recipe. Like, we'll just give it to you. So the
Hey, how do you
trick
make this?
Well, the trick with the spaghetti one is everyone makes the sandwich and they just put it in, right? And then as soon as you take your first bite, everything's gonna fall out.
Right.
So the trick with the spaghetti is you're gonna want to put it into a sheet tray, and then we wrap it with mozzarella cheese, and then we let it cool, and then we turn it into patties. So So once it's in a patty, we wrap it one more time, we put it into the oven, and then that kind of gets the color going, and then we finish it on the grill.
Oh my God.
So then if you wrap the spaghetti inside, when you take the bite, it'll stay together like a patty. So
cheese is
that's
glue.
Kind of
Brilliant.
the trick for
Brilliant.
that one. Yeah.
All right, back to you, Paul.
All right, so after I butter the griddle, you gotta use a griddle that has a top on it. And there's not a lot of griddles out there in the market that have tops on it. This is a Japanese brand. They do a good job because this is kind of the biggest one that you can buy. We use these other industrial sized ones in the restaurant, but this works perfectly for our home. What we like to do is we like to scoop them out and then we top them off with a little bit more of the batter to give it a little bit of height. And then I will show you how we like to shape them.
My mouth is watering.
After. And so they look like these really light fluffy clouds. And so once we get all set there, I have this little spoon I got on Amazon. That's like my go-to thing. So I kind of shape it around to kind of give it a little bit of shape. Get rid of the kind of the seam around the pancakes. And then when you come out, they come out really nice and round. And then from there, that's really it. Don't really bother it. Let it go. We'll put the lid on and we'll come back, I don't know, maybe about 4 or 5 minutes. So I'll flip them and then we can kind of have a little
Start the timer.
Yep.
You need a timer?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
He's a professional. He knows. His internal body clock will be like, they're done.
Oh, you'd be surprised. At the restaurants, we got timers everywhere.
No way.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
When you make that many pancakes, you need to stay organized on it. So
That's up.
All right, so while that's going, I'm going to get the karaage chicken started. And so for us, we like to use, in the restaurants we use breast and thighs, but thighs a little bit juicier.
Yeah, there's a little more fat
a little bit
content
more
to it, right?
Normally, yeah. So we like to come like these little 1.5, 1 inch kind of cubes, squares, whatever you want to call it. And then from there, we marinate the chicken overnight.
Okay.
So very, very simple marinade. And our marinade is soy sauce,
Yum. Standard.
garlic, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of ginger, a little bit of white pepper, a little bit of sesame oil, and a little bit of rice vinegar.
Yum.
Really simple, really basic. You can use it for anything. You can use it for chicken marinade, pork, whatever you want, but we like to use it for our chicken. And then from there, what we do with the chicken is we like the pancake batter as well. We like to marinate this the day before.
Gotcha. Is there anything special that any novice cooks need to know at home about these seasonings?
No, all this stuff we make it, like Min said, like at our restaurant, we're wide open with our recipes. It's not, we can show you guys how to make this, everything, but in a restaurant, it's the processes, the systems that we have that make it the way it is, but the recipes and stuff, like, at the end of the day, we're just like you guys. We're home cooks, we've just done it a million times, you know?
Sure.
So we'll let this chicken kind of rest or marinate overnight, and then
Disney magic.
just imagine we have some marinated already. So before I start frying this off, Min's gonna mix our Nashville hot seasoning. We came up with a little recipe for our hot chicken sandwich as well as our karaage.
So we're going to start, guys, with, this is a dry seasoning. So we're going to start with cayenne pepper. All right? And this is kind of a lot. It's a recipe for the restaurant, so you guys can definitely scale this down. But we use 1 cup of cayenne pepper.
1 cup?
1 cup. But this is going to go
gonna
through a
burn my
lot.
mouth off?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's going to get hotter. So we're going to also use half a cup of habanero pepper as well.
Whoa.
So we're going to go with that. Brown sugar.
Oh, okay, there you go. We're balancing out the spice.
That's right.
I was gonna say, I was
with
like,
black pepper, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder. All right. Chili powder and salt. And so this dry seasoning, guys, it does get a little bit clumpy. So if you do have like a KitchenAid, you can mix it really low, and that does help it out a lot. But Disney Magic,
hey,
it's gonna come out with this consistency right here, guys. So it's gonna look just like a powder, like this. And then normally at the restaurant, we put it into a little shaker like this, and as soon as it comes out of the fire, then we'll season it.
gotcha. How are those pancakes looking, Chef Paul?
Let's check before I fry the chicken off. Yeah, here we go.
Hey.
So here's a part that everybody likes to watch, the flipping part. Everybody always worries about it, but it's just a little
turnover.
Yeah, a little turnover. You gotta be gentle with it.
These are the cutest pancakes I've ever seen in my life. I just want to squeeze one.
Oh. Flip all these.
And they smell so good too.
It's the vanilla. It's the vanilla in there.
And at the restaurant, we do have an open kitchen, so if you want to come on weekends and watch Paul make it, he's there every weekend.
We'll try to level them off, make sure they're flat, so that when they play up, they look nice.
Okay, I always thought that you needed the little mold to make them in that shape.
Nope.
But
you don't need them.
Good to know.
And then we'll go another 3-4 minutes on that, and then go for it. So quickly, we'll run over here, fry up the chicken first. All right, so here's the karaage chicken. Here's the secret to the karaage chicken. It's a minimum twice fry. So start at the little lower temperature, maybe 300, 275, 300, and then pull those off. And then when you're ready to eat, turn your fry up to like 375, maybe closer to 400, and then it literally is like 1 minute, and you'll get the crunchiest karaage chicken.
Yum.
And then here's another trick that's unlike American fried chicken. When you kind of dredge, this is potato starch. Potato starch, that's the key. With potato starch, you really literally just have to just tap it in there. You don't have to coat all the edges and try to clump it in there to get like a batter or a shell around the chicken. It literally is just like you want it to be like semi-exposed.
Like a light dusting.
Yeah, and then we'll fry it down here. And what you'll notice is, because it's potato starch, it'll just start to puff up and have these little bubbles on the surface of the chicken. And when you refry it, it gets extremely crispy on the outside. But it literally is just a quick dab. Little potato starch goes a long way.
Awesome. All right, while you're dredging the chicken thighs, I've noticed that you two are a dynamic duo and work so well together. What's the key to your collaboration? How did this all come about? Have you guys been friends forever? Oh no, Min. Not that. All right, I'll let you take this one while you.
So Paul and I were both pretty much born and raised in Irvine, so we've been there our whole lives. So known him for like almost 40 years.
Yeah, same school and everything?
Yeah, same school, but Paul's a couple years older than me, but
you don't look a day over 25. Don't let Min talk to you like that.
His best friend is my first cousin as well, so
oh, no
it's kind of
way.
like generations. The joke about living in Irvine is you never leave.
Right.
So you never leave Irvine. Once you get there,
hey, it's a very nice
you never
area.
go out. So.
That's awesome. And then you guys have been cooking together for that long as well, or?
Yeah, actually, the funny thing of how this all started is we started with food trucks. So Paul and I, at the time, didn't have any cooking background. So Paul went to UCLA, I went to UCI. He has an economics degree, I have a finance degree, and I was a financial advisor at the time.
The perfect partners for being chefs.
That's right. And it was kind of that era when the food trucks started taking off. So then we used to just joke around all the time. We're like, yeah, we could do a food truck. So we just started one kind of for fun. And at that time, Paul went to culinary school and everything like that. And he was working fine dining. But we started with a slider truck, and that was called the Burnt Truck. And so kind of our play was like every good food culture has sandwiches. And so we literally made like 100 different sliders. And we rotated it out. It just became kind of a fun thing. And then one truck turned into two, turned into three. And then we absorbed another company called Dogzilla, if you guys have ever had that before. So it's a hot dog food truck.
Yeah.
And then we ended up opening our first restaurant, then a second and a third.
That's awesome.
So
where might one find these said food trucks?
So we're always roaming around Orange County. But honestly, after the COVID days, we ended up doing just mostly catering nowadays.
Gotcha. I love that. Okay, how's our chicken looking, Chef?
You see how just a little bit of potato starch?
Yeah,
give it those
absolutely
kind of little
perfect.
bumps, little pockets of
Crunchiness.
Yeah, crunchiness. So you'll pull that out, and right before you serve them, you'll turn your fryer up a little bit hotter, maybe to like I said, about 375 or so.
Okay.
And then from there, it's just literally a minute.
Oh, a double fry.
Double fry. It gets super crispy. So before we do that, I want to check on the pancakes again before we start plating up. But
I was wondering about these. I'm so excited about them.
All right, here we go.
So in regards to these pancakes, I'm assuming, are we able to make these ahead of time? Will they lose their fluffiness, or is it a same day kind of thing?
No, it's like this. Why I think our secret is that we're crazy enough to make these to order all the time, because I have a bunch of chef friends that I've worked with over the years, and they can't believe that we're making these like a la menu, like to order.
Yeah.
Because you're having to whip up egg whites every single order, every
Right.
single time. So we have a system now that we do it, but
Is there one dedicated person whipping egg whites all day long?
all day long. All day long.
I know you're not kidding.
We actually have 3 of us that are in charge of making pancakes. So it takes a whole team to egg whites. Somebody mixes the batter, and we're constantly rotating. And you know, on a weekend we're serving, I would say, like 500 of these. You know
I mean, that's truly amazing. You can see how much love and care you have put into this restaurant.
or we're just crazy.
That
you know?
too.
Or we're just a little crazy.
We're all a little
Yeah.
mad here.
Yeah. All right, so we're getting to the end here.
Perfect.
And what I'm going to do is, instead of double frying, we have some chicken that you guys helped us with earlier that's fried already. So Mint's going to dredge this for us in a little bit of our Nashville spice. And then I will start plating, and we'll come back together in the middle and show you the final product.
Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. There's so much action happening. I don't know where to look. Do I want chicken or pancakes? Good thing I get both today. All right, Min. Show us the ways.
All right, so it's pretty easy. Obviously, like once you guys take it out of the fryer, that's going to be the best time to season it.
Yeah.
So we actually put on a really generous amount of this sauce. It does get pretty spicy, but the crazy thing, believe it or not, once you guys dip it with the syrup, it cools it down a lot. So it does help to eat like everything together in one bite.
Got it. As it's meant to be.
That's right.
So he's got that, and we are ready for these. They came out
Oh
really,
my gosh,
really
they're
nice.
still as cute as ever.
So we like to serve them stacked on one another.
Are you kidding? Look
There you
at
go. Hey, J-Mo.
that. It's so fluffy. Hey, keep it PG here. No pancake, no pancake twerking.
You gotta get the good photo. You gotta get the good photo.
And then we just serve the chicken on the side.
So this is essentially like a Japanese take on chicken and waffles.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Absolutely. And
So innovative.
Yeah, in our restaurant, the pancakes will stay. They'll stay that size for 5 to 10 minutes. So yeah, like you asked me, they don't hold very well.
Okay, so I
but
can
we
eat
do
those
have a
afterwards.
secret though. We discovered a big secret. If you ever order pancakes to go and you bring them home, if you put it in the microwave for 18 to 20 seconds, depending on your microwave, no more, you'll get like 90% back. So that's a little trick with our with our
if you go
pancakes.
for 20 seconds, it'll reinflate. But if you go over too much, it'll deflate.
It'll deflate. If you go 30, they'll deflate.
Yeah.
Straight.
So technical.
It is. It's a finicky product.
And then we like to serve with a little bit of pancake syrup, and it goes with the karaage chicken, and
Everyone's saying, ooh, Amazing.
there we go. And still jiggling.
A round of applause, folks, for our Japanese souffle and chicken karaage. Chef Paul, Chef Min, this has been a wonderful culinary demonstration, and sad to say, our last one of the season.
That's right. We'll
Another
see you
round.
next year.
Yes, we'll definitely see you next year.
Yeah.
Do we have any questions from our audience before we start going? Right, we're just gonna go to the restaurant. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
I'll be right down there. If you're gonna ask if you can have a pancake, they're mine. So that was your question? Was that actually your question? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry for me though. That means you just have to go to the restaurant.
That's right.
We'll see you there. All right, folks. Can we get one more round of applause for Chef Paul and Chef Min?
Thank you.
And please have a delicious rest of your day here at the 2024 Disney California Adventure Food and Wine
Thank you guys.
Festival.
Appreciate
Thank
it,
you
everybody.
all.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for this special presentation. We hope you enjoy a delicious day at Disney California Adventure Food and Wine Festival.